Boy, I feel small. So, all right, I'm gonna share with you, well, we're both gonna share. So first week, what are we doing next coming week, right? Starting Monday. You can start today, but our first week, all we need to do is sell 3 memberships. So personally, it's personal partners, not in your team, but we personally need to sell 3 platinum members. The first week, that's all what you need to do your first week in the business.
Yes, guys, listen, even if you achieve position 1, star director, 3, 4, doesn't matter. If you're here and if you join our challenge, you must to start from scratch.
Yeah, just pretend that you're new and like you're gonna go step by step. So
yes, because remember about our list, 100 people. You know why we use this one? Because you have learned something. You have to be like professional. And how you can be professional? Just when you go through the 100 people, you know, and you have to non-stop to be recruiting, you know. And this week, doesn't matter how, you must to sign 3 people if you want to be ambassador. Listen, it's the same like if you know, if you ask your husband or wife to marry you, but wife, she says your next, like a future wife says, okay, Igor, if you find 3 people, I'm gonna be married you. So be really like, I don't know, just
yeah,
do your best.
Whatever it takes, right? This is something that we have to do. And again, you know, I had people asking this morning, is it in our team? No, this is personally recruit 3 personal partners. This is our first week. That's it. We're not going to give you no other information. What you're going to do next week. This is the week that we need to do this. And how
no, just hold on. Yeah, okay. Guys, don't cry, just do this, because you know it's really important. It's really important things in the beginning to do 3 people for this week. Be serious with this.
Yeah, make sure that 15 people see the Trevorian presentation this coming week, right? It's so basically how we do it, right? We just have to create a list of 100 people and contact at least 50 people, because out of 50 people, 15 to 20 people will come to Zoom. So not just call and invite, but we actually have to know that 15 people watch the presentation, full presentation from beginning to the end, and you know, and then they will give you an answer. It's for them or not. But statistically, you will have out of 15, 20 people, if they watch the presentation, you will have 3 to 4 people joining your business in a week.
Yeah, listen, you know what, how this business create, how this business build it, you know, if you will find 3 people, your friends will find 3 people. Listen, that's how any business created, you know. So sometimes people say me, hey, Igor, you know, if I find 3 people, my friend, where the last one got 3 people. Come on, you know, today we have Costco membership. Today we have a price and Expedia booking. It's never stop. Listen, and of course, every day somebody born, somebody died, you know. It's the population growing every day. So you will, believe me, you will find we not have a lot of people in membership in our organization, our company. So you have very big future. Find 3 people.
Yes. Invite. This is the most important thing. We present, you invite, right? We all have daily presentations that where you can invite your people. So what I notice, and try your best not to say or do presentation for your new people yourself or for your friends and family. Make sure you invite them for somebody else, so someone else do a presentation for them. So all your goals this week, you're inviting, don't present, especially if you're in a business for a certain period of time and you don't see success that you wanted to see. That maybe, it doesn't mean that you're bad at presenting, no, but try not to do it yourself. Try to bring them to someone else for them to do the presentation for your friends and family, and just see what happens, right? So again, we present, you invite. 50 will not show. That's why we over invite. 50% will not show. So that's why we over invite. That's why we invite 40, 50 people, and then we have 15, 20, 25 people in the room, right? It all depends on our friends and family. So always set a goal to have double digits when we're inviting.
Yes, guys, and when you invite it, be prepare yourself for long term. Sometimes people says, "Oh, I'm invite already 100 people. Nobody say me yes." Come on, you did just one. You just started doing, and then you have to do follow up. Then you have to work with all these 100 people, you know. And once in a while, you have let them know, "Hey guys, I'm here. You know, we're gonna be talking about this." So inviting you don't need it like преследовать цель, how to say. It's you don't need it like to thinking, oh, he have to sign up right now. No, you will find your people. You will find these people. How Laura says, from 15 people, believe me, you will find 2-3 people who will join to this business.
You will if you invite them correctly.
Yeah, yes.
So the best way to invite is the less you say, the better, right? I still invite people. I just recruited 4 people, just Uber drivers, right? I already told, we kind of have a laugh with my husband. I was like, you know what? Maybe I should just call different Uber drivers and like just go around the city and I'll just recruit them all. It's so easy to invite, but when you don't say, the less you say, the better. So even we together, we invite differently, right? I always have to have urgency when you're inviting, but stay natural, right? Don't, we can give you different scripts, how to invite, but try to be yourself, right? When you're inviting, people know you, special friends and family. If I'm going to invite the way he invites, they're going to say, Lord, is that you, right? I'm going to sound different. So I need to sound natural. So when I'm inviting, I always keep it urgency. I say, I don't have much time, but there's something I want you to see. There's one thing to remember, not hear, see, right? And when we remember that, it will be easier for us. If people tell me 20 times, like, well, tell me a little bit about it, you have to see it, right? So I'll always make sure the person understands that you need to come to Zoom presentation, you need to see the slides. And then, you know, if it's not for you, you know, I'm not going to bother you again, right? But you need to come and you have to look at this. You have to look at the presentation. You have to see it. This is so cool and amazing, but you have to look at it, right? Not hear it. So this is very important to remember when we're inviting people. And the less you say, the more and faster results you're going to have.
Yeah, sometimes, not sometimes, but you not necessary to share about like all details, you know, because it's don't need it to share, because people they know who you are, you know what you can say, because the different way we invite the people, you can say them, hey, listen, I'm just start work for travel company, and
Vanessa, you have your beach tower there.
And this company doing incredible plan to travel, and where you can save the up to 40-70%, and they has like different platforms where you will get a lot benefits. I'm just new, just join our Zoom meeting, and you will hear this information from professional travel agent who is share with you how everything working. So it's really interesting, and I believe you're gonna be really happy to hear this information. That's all. Never share with people, oh, it's cost $350, $135. Never, ever. And special if you start to put your advertisement on your social media, some people, they know already where you are, you know, and you can call them and you can say, hey, I believe you know where I'm working, and start offer them to visit Zoom too, you know. And another way, you can ask the people about are you open for make extra money? You know, you have to weigh the people, like 2 category of people who is wanna travel, and another category of people who is wanna make money. So be careful. You know, a lot of people who is looking for extra income, you know, and you can just call them, hey, listen, I'm start working for travel industry company. So, and it's really unbelievable, amazing opportunity to start to make money. Are you open for this? If yes, just join our meeting. You know, be really short, be really sharp, and don't like spend like 15-20 minutes with people, and then you have to say just 2 minutes max. You have to talk about invitation on a Zoom meeting.
Yeah, the less, the better. So, yes, again, if they ask you, you know, tell me more, never feel bad to say, I was just introduced to it myself, so I don't have all the answers. You really need to see this in the same way I did. So even me right now, right? I can say I know everything about Trevorian pretty much, but even if I'm inviting, I'm using same scripts. I'm still saying same thing because I know that people that know me, they would come and they would listen to somebody else and they'll be like, oh my gosh, yeah, this is amazing, right? So never feel bad to say that, I'm still new. I don't have all the answers. You have to come and, see it yourself and see the presentation.
Guys, be honestly, with my broken English, like I don't know how many Uber drivers, everyone say me yes. Just one, believe me, just one for 2 years says me, oh, it's not for me. But everyone, and you know what? When next time when we use the Uber driver, Uber taxi, then my wife says, please don't share with people Travorium. Don't share because you have a big list of these people and you have to call them back. Just
Stop recruiting.
Stop
You
recruiting.
gotta work with your list.
Yeah, believe me, you will find it's a cold contact, but hey,
It's-
it's amazing because warm contacts, it's a really limit, and sometimes they don't want to listen to you. Oh, who you are, we know you have broken car and you don't have any money, but the new people, the cold market, it's really great because it's a huge, it's a more than warm contacts.
Yeah, but start with your warm market. 100%. Start with your warm market because you're gonna have faster success, better success, and that's where you want to be. Don't, because a lot of people come in and they say, oh, I want to work with cold market, but they don't see that fast success that they wanted to see. And then, they get a little bit upset. So start with your warm market. This is how we build our business. So warm market is number one. And every Saturday, so that's pretty much it for this week. Yeah, we need to sell 3 memberships. And next week, we're gonna do a training, how to do closing, follow up, and how to work with your new 3 partners that are gonna be in the business. So every Saturday, we'll have a training where we'll guide you on the next steps to take for the upcoming week. Each week, you'll receive clear instructions and directions on what to do next. We'll provide step-by-step guidance to help you stay on track and achieve your goal. And our goal is ambassador by next event, right? So you'll be on stage and we will congratulate you as an ambassador in Orlando, Florida. So this is very, very important. You want to start with that with events?
Yeah, I love it. I love this topic, the events, it's the most important thing in our business, because if you not visit event, if you not visit a conference, you never, believe me, you start believe when you're gonna be here something, so that's why it's necessary to be there, and not just yourself, believe me, not just yourself. Bring with you at least 10 people and your team start growing. Listen, don't be prejudged. Oh, I don't have my team, I don't have enough people. Bring your people with you. Bring, and you will see how it start to spread. After this event, it was unbelievable that our team start growing more. Because we have some people who is not really great speaker, who has like the problem with speaking, but these people bring their friends, their downline, and they was heard the right information. And events help to build your business, to build your team. So that's why you must be, it's not excuse, and special because we have our next event, the January 31st. I believe we have the Christmas time, New Year, and people spend a lot of money in this time. So do this right now. Buy a ticket today, and today, of course, you're gonna be paid less, $250, like a combo, So, and of course, do registration your partners.
Yeah, if you're serious in the business, if you want to become an ambassador, you have to be at the event. So I'm not going to add it. I think Igor said all of it. You have to be there. And this is number one thing that you need to do is register for the next event. And we also have weekly schedule. We're starting our English presentations. We're going to have it every day. And on Saturdays, we're gonna do trainings, we'll show you what to do next for the next week. And I think that's it for today. And let's invite our special guest, Todd and Gina Strand. If you're here, let's see.
They're gonna be encourage us and Todd,
Hey, Igor. Hey, Larisa.
let me do this.
Hello, hello. Thank you so much for coming.
And we got Miss Gina here as well.
Hello, everyone.
Hi. Let's send them some love.
Oh, and let me do the Todd, and to the,
Oh, there,
yep,
okay,
like this.
there you go.
There we go. By the way, today, if you guys had not heard, today was a very special day for us. We have a brand new granddaughter that was born right before midnight last night. So we are in Pennsylvania.
Congratulations.
In fact, I'm listening to Igor's training. I'm taking lots of notes and blowing up pink balloons. We're decorating their house. They come home tomorrow. They're still at the hospital tonight. But Igor, absolutely incredible training. Larisa, I love the step-by-step of what you're outlining for people. There's a great story in the Bible about this incredible general that had this leprosy. And they went to the great prophet Elisha. And they said, hey, what can I do to heal myself of this leprosy? He says, hey, look, just go dip yourself into the river 7 times. And when the general heard that story, he was incensed. He's like, wait a minute. I mean, I thought at least he would come out here and he would wave his arms and, do some kind of a great thing and command God to do this or that. And why that river? We got much better rivers over here. And this advisors around him and said, hey, if he told you to do something difficult, you would have happily done it, right? Why don't you just try something simple and see if it works? And he did, and it worked. But I find that that's true in human nature and life. Sometimes we're looking for things, we're trying to make it more difficult than it needs to be. It can't be as simple as Igor and Larisa outlined. I mean, certainly maybe I should have AI technology and all this other stuff, right? We're wanting it to be more difficult rather than just doing the simple thing the great prophet Igor and Larisa just told us to do. And so, guys, don't make it more complicated than what they just outlined for you. Keep it simple, step by step. Go get your 3. Go invite your 50 people. Marry yourself to the process. Divorce yourself from the results. Invite your 50 people. Get 15 or more people on the Zoom. On average, you're going to get your 3 to 4. Just sell out. I mean, just, you know what? I'm not looking to the left. I'm not looking to the right. I'm going to sell out and simply do what they told me to do. I'm going to block out the time. I'm going to have that conversation with my family, as Igor talked about, that, hey, I'm trying to go ambassador in the next 5 months. Would you please give me a little more latitude to be focused on what I'm doing? You may have to give up Netflix, right? This is not, this is network marketing, not Netflix marketing. You can't be watching, Netflix 5 hours a night thinking that you're going to get all these people on the Zooms. So you're just going to focus in. And if you'll do what they outlined you to do, you're going to walk into Orlando as an ambassador or somebody who's well on their way to being an ambassador, which means you're both in control of time and money, something that only 1% of the population has ever done. Now, for those of you that maybe we have never met, I asked my wife to be on here as well. And just real quickly, just share our story of how we got started, how this thing happened to us. You're going to find out that we are everyday, normal, average people that found something extraordinary. Now, we had to go to work. We had to share it with people. We had to go through some difficult times and some adversity and the things that Igor talked about. But if you'll just keep doing the simple things over and over, every one of you can have the exact same kind of results that Igor and Larisa are getting, that Ark and Tatiana are getting, that Daryl and Maria Roberts are getting, that Cynthia Sly and Coach D are getting, and all of the other great ambassadors in our company. But Miss Gina, I want to throw this over to you real quick and just kind of briefly share our story, and then I'm going to give a few other thoughts.
All right. Thank you, Todd. And Igor and Larisa, thank you for having us here tonight. I know we are honored and so excited for all of you and all of your success, and so proud of Igor and Larisa. They're amazing leaders and they are setting records in the company. And we're just so honored to have them as a part of our team. And, for those of you who don't know, Todd and I, this all started by a complete fluke. Like he said, we're just average, hardworking people, but we had extraordinary goals. And we were always knew that there was a better way to do things. Well, our daughter got a Division I softball scholarship to play softball back in Illinois, and we live in Southern California. So as we were following her around the country, watching her play softball, travel became very expensive for us. You know, we were living in hotels, renting cars all the time, and we thought that we needed to start looking for ways we could save money on travel. Well, the owner of Trevorium, Mr. David Hart, we did know for many, many years. He's a dear friend of ours. And he told Todd, you've got to check out our new travel product. It's saving people lots of money on hotels. So we decided to give it a try. And we started saving 40% off, 50% off, even 70% off on hotels. So as we did that, we asked the other parents on the team, you know, what their rate was for the hotel we stayed in. And when we shared with them our rate, they asked how they could get the same rate. Well, as we continue to share our story with other sports parents and friends, our team continued to grow. And before we knew it, our team grew to over 63 countries. And as our team grew, our income grew dynamically. And it was about 2 years ago now that I was able to walk away from a six-figure, pretty significant income, but a job and career that took a lot of toll on my body and my health. I started to have health problems. You know, I wasn't around with the family all the time. I was the one working, and you know, it took a toll on our family as well. But this company has literally changed Todd and my life. And it's all because we never gave up. You know, years ago when we were with Trevorium, we did have our entire team quit on us. And we decided that we weren't going to follow those people. Even back then, David thought we might quit. But we believed in David and Adela, and we believed in this company, and we stayed and put our heads down and went to work. And this company has really changed our lives. And I know you hear from a lot of leaders about stick and stay and don't give up and be consistent, but it really is true. And Todd and I's story is proof of that.
Yeah, I think that all of you will find that if you read the book of Genesis, you can read about the Israelites who were in captivity in not Babylon, but in Egypt for over 400 years. And God was going to take them from Egypt. He was going to take them to the promised land, the land of milk and honey, the land of opulence, the land of abundance. But along the way, they were going to go through a lot of different difficulty, right? First thing that happens, they came to the Red Sea, right? Oh my gosh, did you bring us here to die? And they all begin to go negative, right? Well, then God parts that bad boy. They go through the Red Sea and they're on the way to the promised land. But then they're out there in the desert. Oh, there's no food. Oh, this is horrible. At least back in Egypt, we had food. Now remember, they hated Egypt. They couldn't stand Egypt. They were praying constantly, Lord, Lord, please, please, we don't want to be here. Remember your people, right? And now the first hot day, they're complaining, they're whining. And so God gave them mammon from heaven, right? On how they got food to eat. Well, then there was no water and they complained about that. And then they complained about the repetitious food. They complained about the leadership. They complained about the circumstances, right? They finally get to the edge of the promised land and they send the 12 spies in. And sure enough, it's everything that God had promised. It was this incredible land of milk and honey, of abundance, a place where all their dreams could come true. When the 12 spies came back across the river, 10 of them went negative. Now, there was 12 of them. 10 out of 12 went negative. That was 84% negative to 16 positive. You guys have heard the old 80-20 rule? It's even in the Bible, right? 10 were negative, 2 were positive. So the 10 said, oh my gosh, there's like giants in the land. It's too difficult. We can never take it. You know, only 2 were positive. And the whole thing, the whole camp, the negativity spread like wildfire to the point that God got so frustrated. He's like, that's it. I've had it. Trip canceled. Hey, none of you will ever see the promised land except Joshua and Caleb, the 2 that were positive. And they had to sit there and wait until that entire generation died out. And then the next generation got to go in. So what's my point? My point is that all of you are looking to go ambassador, 1-star ambassador, executive chairman. Let's call that the promised land. You're looking to get from where you are to the promised land. Along the way, there are going to be difficulties. Along the way, things are going to happen. Things that are not fair. Things that are not just. I mean, you have every right to complain. But just know that if you complain like those Israelites do, if you complain in the desert, you will remain, okay? You have to be that person that, you know what? I'm glad this happened. I'm not going to get bitter. I'm going to get better. I'm not going to get bitter. I'm going to get better. I'm going to keep, being positive, praising, and, being excited no matter what happens. Somebody quit. That's okay. You know what? I'm glad they quit, right? Because that way we can focus on the ones that didn't quit. I got more time for them. I don't care what happens, right? And trust me, things are going to happen. Now, the things that happen to Igor and Larisa are different than the things that happen to me and Gina. And the things that happen to me and Gina are going to be different than the things that happen to Anita or Victor or Charlotte or Jill or Greta. We're all going to have our own circumstances. And your faith is going to be tested. But just remember, as long as I continue to stay positive, right? And I keep the right mindset, I will get into the promised land. But if I do what most people do, and I moan and complain, in the desert, I will remain. And so that story of the Bible, as you heard Igor talk about reading scripture, reading the Bible, all the different principles that it teaches. I want to second that, guys. The Bible is the greatest book ever written on personal success. I mean, everything you want to know about leadership and staying positive, it's all right there in that book. And I'm just so glad that you have incredible leaders like Igor and Larisa who bring up these points, who bring up these stories. I mean, guys, I've been doing this industry for some time. And I mean, I read, I listen to audios every day. I'm a constant learner. And when Igor gave his speech, man, I could not type fast enough. I mean, I got at least 2 pages of notes. I mean, so I hope every single one of you will go back, because I heard that Larisa hit the record, and go back and listen to this again and again and again and again and again and again. Well, how many times should I listen to it? Until you are ready to get in front of the room and teach it in front of a big group of people the same way that Igor just did. Listen to it again and again and again. I do highly recommend that you take copious notes and you try to teach your team while they listen to it, because sometimes some of the learning comes through teaching. I got to learn it so well that I can now teach it. And sometimes practicing, you're teaching it. Oh, Todd, that would be too nervous. Begin with your dog. Begin with your cat. Begin with your 2-year-old at home, right? I mean, you can just talk to them. Hey, man, I'm telling you, hey, look, I mean, just start talking to them. And the more you say it, the more repetition you do something, the better you are going to get. The same is true with inviting. And Larisa hit the nail on the head, right? You have to say less to more people. You never want to get into trying to explain it, right? And you had a great quote that I wrote down, Larisa. I wrote it down word for word. I've always done the one, look, I know enough to be excited, but I don't know enough to explain it, right? I know enough to be excited, but I don't know enough to explain it. I love what she said. I want you to see it the same way that I saw it, right? And so it was just a great line. I wrote that down. But guys, you have incredible leaders here if you simply do the simple steps. And then finally, where are we going? I shared this with everyone at the conference. If you look at the demand for travel, travel is currently twice the size as the oil industry. And travel is expected to grow by 50% in the next 9 years, according to Bloomberg Finance. It's going to go from 10 trillion to 15 trillion in the next 9 years. That's explosive growth. What's driving that? It's demographics. The young people, they don't want things, they want experiences. To them, travel is not a luxury, but a necessity. So travel is doing this, okay? It's absolutely exploding. Well, at the same time, the number of people who are looking for a way to make money from home is also exploding, right? And those two things intersect at a place called Trevorium. That's called convergence. And anytime you see convergence, that's when new industries are formed. I told the story at the conference that the Japanese, Mazda, Nissan, Toyota, Honda, they had tried to capture part of the American car market for years, but nobody wanted to drive this little small fuel-efficient Japanese car. I mean, that just wasn't cool back in the 1970s. Everyone was driving these big old, hot rods. They were steel, and these things were just sucking gas like gulp, gulp, gulp. I mean, they were gas guzzlers, right? But that was the cool car. Everyone wanted to drive that. But then in the 1970s, we had an oil crisis. And because of the oil crisis, you couldn't buy gasoline except every other day. And so the price of gas went like this. And the demand for fuel-efficient cars went like this. And they crossed at a place called Japan, and the Japanese captured 30% of the American car market forever. Toyota, Honda, Nissan, these kinds of companies were born in those two lines crossing. Guys, you got the single largest industry in the world going like this. The demand for people looking for a new way to make money going like this. We are going to do something that has never been done in the history of our industry, and understand that if we only capture 1/4 of 1% of the industry. Every one of you on here can make $1 million per month, and Expedia would still have never even heard our name. They would not even know who we are. Booking.com, Trevorian, who? Never heard of them. Never heard of them. This market is so big. The industry is so big. If we just capture the tiniest little sliver, all of your dreams are going to come true. And you got incredible leaders like Igor and Larisa telling you step by step what to do to make that happen. So Igor, Larisa, thank you for the invite so much, for being here today, for your inaugural group. You guys are amazing. By the way, Igor, you're what, like that far from 4-star ambassador, and Larisa, you might be that far from 3-star ambassador. You guys are both getting ready to rank advanced again, right? I mean, you guys are like, man, didn't they just rank advanced? Yeah. Didn't they? Yeah. Yeah. It's like a once a month kind of thing, right? Well, they're here to teach you guys how to do the exact same thing. Hey, back to you guys. Appreciate it so much.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, thanks, Todd, and
Send some love in
yes,
chat for
yes,
Todd and
yes,
Gina. Thank you
please.
so much for coming
You're
in.
doing amazing job. You encourage people, and your story is something. Because guys, I was growing on your stories. I was listening you, and today, guys, we have, be honest, we have amazing leaders. We have amazing sponsor, and it doesn't matter where you come from to join to our challenge. Listen, we're working as a one team. We have to build the culture of Travario. We have to do really like eco business, be really clear. And our goal to help everyone. Everyone, believe me, we have a lot people, a lot. And people, you will find your people. So that's why we show you here the key how to be successful, what we have to do. And we believe in you. And special Todd, we really appreciate you, and Gina, you are amazing couple. We are our example. We love
We
it.
follow you, and thank you so much. So today, yes, we're starting our challenge. Let's get to work. Tomorrow we're resting, and Monday we're starting and getting back to work. So I'm so excited. I just can't wait what this challenge will bring. And I think it's just gonna be amazing.
Yes,
So,
and one more thing. So we did challenge, last challenge, 90 days, and we have winner who is signed like personal people, and we have this winner. It's a Sergey Plasishuk. He win the iPad. So we give him this gift.
Apple iPad.
Apple iPad, yeah. So, and same here. This challenge continue like 5 months. The end of 5 months, who is gonna be signed personal customer more, yeah. This person gonna be win this challenge too. So it doesn't matter if you're gonna be ambassador or who
The ranking doesn't matter, right?
yeah,
So-
ranking doesn't matter. So, and I'm agree with Todd, what Todd says. He says, of course it's hard work. And remember, as the poll says, be as the people who is winning. So, and in this case, we have to be as the people who is winning. Just this way bring us to our goal. So, of course, a lot of people start to running, just be as a who is winning. And you will ambassador 100%.
Yes. All right.
Yes.
We're done? Yes?
Yes.
So we're seeing you next week. We're gonna have,
Greta,
next Saturday, we'll continue telling another step what to do, but this week, 3 memberships sold, and we have trainings, we have presentations. If you need help, you know how to reach us, right? We're here for you, to help you, to help you grow, answer any questions. If you have, your team have any questions or personal presentations, let us know. We're here to help you. So, have a great weekend, have fun tomorrow with family, go to church, and we're starting Monday, yeah?
yes. Yeah, we start today.
You can start today.
Don't start from Monday, start from today.
Yeah. Again, thank you, Mr. Todd and Gina, so much for coming. Thank you, everybody who joined us today, and have a great weekend.